here with Ephrata head coach Matt Herbener. And Coach, your first season as head coach is in the books. Tell us about the experience and some of the things that you learned that you feel you can build on going into this season.
Yeah, I mean, last year was awesome. Being able to come back to a program where I played and grew up in the community and being able to have the success that we did was awesome. Couldn't have been any happier. It was a true coming home experience. In terms of what I've learned, I think it's just growing as a coach. This is only my fourth year, and getting to have the playoff experience last year was huge for me. It's something I didn't experience at the first year, 2 years at Twin Valley when I was there. But just getting to know the guys better and having a second off season with all of them has been great. Just getting to know them more as basketball players, but then also off the court as well.
Now your roster took a major blow, losing a lot of players to graduation. So what was the focus in the off season as far as coming into this year with this roster?
I think one of the biggest things for us was the mindset and making sure that guys are not changing their expectations and the standards because we lost a big group of seniors. We're still having the same expectations of competing in every game against every team and going into every game expecting to be able to win the game. That's something that we really tried to make sure the guys knew that, hey, just because we're losing a lot of guys does not change the expectations in games and the expectations and standards in practice. We've been lucky enough. We have those two guys who you'll talk to, they're all captains for the team, and they've all been captains in their other sports as well, so they bring great leadership to the team for this kind of transition.
Well, then that kind of led right into my next question as far as the leaders are concerned, because you have a new group coming in, so Grayson, Carson, and Landon are going to be the guys that you're going to count on as far as that leadership role is concerned.
Grayson brings back the most experience. He's really the only person who has a significant amount of varsity experience from that group last year. He started at every game, but with the other two as well, like I said, their leadership skills that they've been able to exhibit in other sports have already carried over into the basketball season. One of the things we talked about too is making sure we're being vocal and vocal leaders in practice, especially with having a very young group of guys, and all three of them have done a good job of embracing that.
Yeah, and so with such a young squad, is something at Ephrata that we can expect to see? Are you going to be constantly rotating players in to try and find that right chemistry, or are you hoping to find a solid starting five and then develop role players?
Yeah, I think a lot of that's going to be determined in this preseason. I do think, last year we played basically 7 guys, with our 8th guy being Carson, getting a couple minutes here and there. I think we'll have a bigger overall rotation than 7 guys, especially with a bunch of guys who have that experience. I think we'll be more in that 8 to 9, maybe even 10 range of rotating guys in. But we still have a lot of unknowns, given Carson, Landon, and Grayson all play a fall sport as well. So this is really the first time that we've gotten our team all together and been able to play together. It didn't get to happen a lot in the summer, just again because of multi-sport athletes. So we're hoping to figure a lot of things out here in the next week and a half, 2 weeks before that first game. But it's going to be an ongoing process. I don't think we'll have one starting lineup that sticks all year. I think we'll have guys rotating in and out of that as well, and that's something we'll talk about. And guys, just so that they know too, hey, it's not something you're doing wrong. It's just we're trying to find that right combination, and it could be matchup dependent as well. Again, depending on who we're playing.
So if you look at, as far as this season is concerned, in order for Ephrata to be successful this year, you have to do what?
We're going to have to score points. That's the biggest thing. I have no worries or concerns at all about our defense. Last year we had a phenomenal defense. I don't worry about our defense at all this year. The biggest focus is going to be on the offensive side and can we score enough points to win? Because I think our defense is going to keep us in a lot of games and most games. But if we can score enough points, I think that's going to be the difference between wins and losses for us.
So to kind of piggyback on that, then, has anybody kind of stepped to the forefront in the off season and in the early part of the preseason as somebody that you can look to as far as being a point scorer?
I don't think we're going to have a guy who necessarily is going to score like 18, 20 points a game. I think our goal is going to be more to have 5 guys in that 8 to 12, 13 range. I do think we have a couple guys who are capable of scoring 20 a game, but I think the overall focus is going to be having every guy in the court be a threat offensively. But yeah, that's our goal, is to have 5 guys in that double-digit range would be ideal for us.